Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome to another episode of your Average Day Joes. I'm your host, C.
And Jay, what's up?
What's going on, everybody? Hope y'all having a good Friday. It's our favorite show of the end of the week, and it's Fuck It Friday. That's what we call the segment for Friday because we just don't give a shit. And we also got a surprise for you at the end of each show. So make sure to stay till the very end because we definitely got a surprise. Yeah, how's your day? How's your day last night and today?
Oh man, I had a long one. I got to the gym at like 3:15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, got out at like 4:40. So yeah, it was a long one, man. Hard workout, and then yeah, I just carried into today, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Doing a lot of stuff. It's cool. I have cool guests though. You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely,
So
definitely.
they're hella cool, and then yeah, they're heading up to Tahoe. So I was like, yeah. I told them where to go because they're going to Heavenly. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? They're from Colorado. So I
Oh,
was like, yeah, hit up Heavenly, They're like, oh yeah, we know. We heard of it because of apparently in Colorado by Breckenridge, they have Vail, I believe that's the name.
yeah. Uh-huh.
But they're all in the same family,
Oh, okay.
like all the resorts. So they have a the Epic Pass or the All Pass.
Yeah.
So you can go to any single one that's owned by the same.
Oh, nice.
Apparently North Star and Kirkwood are under it too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But they're like, yeah, we decided to hit up Heaven. I was like, oh, perfect, man. Heavenly's awesome. Hella
Definitely.
nice. Like, you'll love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, cool, for sure, for sure. So yeah, I have cool guests, man.
Have you ever been skiing in Colorado?
No, everyone tells me I need to go, you
Colorado's, I
know?
mean, supposedly the best is actually Salt Lake City, like Park City, but
Park City,
Colorado's
yeah,
right
exactly.
there too.
Yeah, I never been to either.
Yeah.
I know I need to get to both. So
Salt Lake City, they say, has the best snow because of the lake effect from the Great Salt Lake.
what do you mean?
The Great Salt Lake, it's like a huge lake right there. So
Uh-huh.
once what with the way that the moisture gets gathered from the lake and it falls around, around Salt Lake City and Park City, you
Uh-huh.
actually get very slushy snow. Like it's like supposedly like some of the best snow for skiing and for snowboarding, and that's why they even held the Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City that one year. Not that like a few years ago.
Yeah, but they hold them anywhere. You know that
Oh,
they've
definitely.
held
I
them
mean, they
they've
still,
held them in Tahoe too.
yeah, but they still pick like better places where there's like good snow. They're not gonna go
Yeah.
to just like anywhere. Like they probably will never like do it in like New Mexico, even though New Mexico has some decent snow, like Angel Fire and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Just because it's not known for that. But like
Okay.
Salt Lake City, they're known to have some of the best snow in the world just because of the lake effect that and it's up the mountains. So
Yeah, well, I know it snows there a lot. I know it snows
yeah,
in Utah.
yeah,
I know it
exactly,
snows in Utah a lot, so it's just yeah, I know I got to check it out. I've always been told Park City. I've
definitely.
told Colorado too because I get a lot of guests from Colorado, so
Yeah, but
they said
we got
their
an
snow is
advantage.
excellent.
We got that advantage in Salt Lake City.
What's the advantage?
Isaiah.
Oh my God. Isaiah doesn't hit the slopes, bro. He doesn't ski or board.
He doesn't. He ain't got to hit the slopes. So it's just about it. We got a place to stay.
Oh yeah? We gonna crash with him and his chick? I'm sure that'll go well. Hey, bro, we coming through.
Coming
Yeah,
through.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You better tell your chicken your two dogs. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
You hella funny, bro. Hey.
Why? Why not?
Okay. All right. Uh-huh.
Well, shout out to the three people watching. Friday night, we got to do it. But yeah, before we go on a little bit further. I just wanted to mention real quick. So I got my first customer that I got to try to practice on today at my dealership at Subaru.
Oh, okay.
Went kind of weird in a way, just because the guy was like super old, and I couldn't let him test drive the car because he didn't have insurance.
Oh, he didn't know that, or
I guess he didn't know because he said that he was comparing. He was looking at like a Subaru, a Honda, like and a Toyota.
uh-huh.
And he just came from Honda, and he's like, oh yeah, Honda didn't have any problem. He reminded me of Mr. Miyagi, bro, like a little tiny Japanese dude, 70 years
Okay.
old. Uh,
OG cat.
OG cat, but yeah,
Love
he's
it.
like, he's like, Honda just let me drive. Everything was good. I'm like, oh yeah, well for us we don't allow that because if you crash, we're gonna be liable. And then he was on it, bro. He's like, well, what about first time car, like first time people that like first time drivers type thing, and I was like, I didn't even know what to say. I'm new there. I'm like, you know what I mean? So I just kind of made up some BS about it, and yeah, I felt bad about that, but whatever. I mean, the manager told me everybody needs to have insurance, so I couldn't let him drive it. But it was good practice, you know what I mean? I went through the features of the car with him. I kind of like got a little bit more comfortable, and I already knew he wasn't going to buy just because he couldn't test. If you can't literally, if you test drive a car, you're 80% more likely to buy the car. It's really hard to sell somebody a car if they don't test drive it. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah. So
you got to feel comfortable when you're driving it.
Exactly. So I already knew I pretty much wasn't going to sell it to him, but I definitely got some good practice in. And the best thing about this was my manager seeing how I took the whole, like how everything went with me and how I was selling him anyway, and how I did my job. And he basically told me, he's like, you know what, just keep showing up for a month. Just show me that you're dedicated to this job. And I'm going to make you our internet sales manager.
What do you mean? Like doing it online?
Yeah, I'm going to do everything. Like I'm going to sell everybody online. Cause this day and age, it's the money is in internet sales. Like you can make money by just taking people that are coming off the streets, but usually the way to do it is you make appointments, and then those appointments come in, and then you sell them because those people already kind of know what they want. They already did their research. Much easier to sell those kind of people because they have already done all the research they needed to do. So you literally just got to have the product and have a good price for them. But the other guy, they told me the other guy that's doing internet sales.
Yeah,
they said that he's every month he's making between 15 to 20 racks a week. I mean a month, So I'm like, that's cool. Like shit, man. I like that. Blessings on blessings, bro. I was so freaking happy about that. Like made me even want to do my job more today. Yeah, it's cool.
Well, that's a good thing for them to do that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, because they seen my background. I'm literally. My manager is younger than me, bro. So they give me all the respect, and they see that I'm not like everybody there is hella young, all the sales guys. So they all get together and they're all talking and bullshitting, bro. And I'm the only one that's to myself. I'm just about my money, and the manager, they realize that. So they're like, yeah, I can tell you're about your money. Like you're not talking to these guys. You're just really talking to us, the managers, and you're talking about business and shit. So we see your potential, and we know your background. So I definitely just show me what you got for a month, and then I'm gonna make you internet sales. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna do that then. Shit.
That's interesting. What makes them stand out as opposed to other companies? Like Carvana. Carvana's all internet. You know that?
No, it's different.
Like you could literally with Carvana, it's a vending machine.
Yeah, but that's a different thing because Carvana is not going to have every single model of every single trim level of every single Subaru. They're going to have.
No, I know. I'm not talking about just Subaru. I'm just talking about in general.
Subaru is one of those brands where there's a lot of loyalty. So the people that are buying Subarus, they pretty much been buying Subarus. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. That's why Subarus is a little bit different because there's a lot of loyalty. All Subarus except the BRZ are all-wheel drive. You know what I mean? So people like that stuff, bro. People love.
Okay. I have no idea, man. I've never driven a Subaru. Even when I have my parking lot, I didn't drive Subarus. It's just not a popular car. I've noticed.
Yeah, it is, but it's popular to certain people. There's a group of type of people. I'll tell you this.
Yeah, I get it.
This is the best way I can explain it. Subarus are the most popular amongst the Adam Johnsons of the world.
There you go. That's clearly why it never, because my parking lot was in the marina, so it makes perfect sense why I never got any Subarus.
Yeah, they say 80% of Subaru purchasers are teachers.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Exactly.
You learn something new every day.
Exactly. But hey, who said that word? I forgot who said that, but basically it's money's green. It doesn't matter who I'm selling to. You know what I mean?
I agree. I totally agree, man. Dude, that is the number one thing. You hit it right on the money, bro.
Exactly.
You hit it right on the money, man. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't matter. Got to do it. I got to step it up a notch. But
I totally agree.
Shout out to the 16 people watching. Let's get into the scores. You want to do college or you want to do NBA first?
I think we'll do NBA first because college there's a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot. Unless you want me to do college first, man. There's a lot though.
No, whatever. It's up to you. I'm good. I'm Gucci with whatever, bro.
Okay, we'll get NBA out of the way because NBA is quiet.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we got the Suns and Cavs. Suns are doing work, 104-90. They got about 7 minutes left in the fourth, so hopefully the Suns can pull that one off.
Against the Cavs, huh? Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, end of the season, like I said, Suns are fighting for that position. Cavs are trying to get that number one position. They are there. They're about, 5 games up on Boston, I believe.
Right.
So we'll see how that one goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the Celtics already beat the Jazz earlier, 121-99.
Yeah.
So that could get them another game closer. There's not many games left, though.
Right.
So I think there's 15 games left in the season.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so we'll see. Boston could catch them. It doesn't really matter, though, to them, I don't think.
Yeah.
They're on their schedule of who they rest,
Yeah, definitely.
So you got the Nuggets and Blazers locked in, 80-80. So that's a good one.
That's a good one,
Yeah, they're still a whole nother quarter. Grizzlies Clippers 66-60. The Grizzlies are up. So that's at halftime.
We said yesterday that'll be a good game. So that's that.
Yeah, so that's on NBA TV, obviously, because the tournament's on every channel.
What who do you see winning out of Grizzlies and Clippers?
I don't know. I know the Clippers beat them the other day, and I don't know. Not sure.
You think John Moran got what it takes?
No, I don't. I'm not a Grizzlies fan or a John Morant fan.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, I'm not to me, he's just another version of Allen Iverson.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't, he's like the new age Allen Iverson,
I mean, you got to respect it, though.
Yeah, I don't knock him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I just knock when he was on top of the world, just posting him in guns and showing social media and getting suspended for 50 games. So that tells me enough in itself.
Well, I know.
You see what I mean?
But Allen Iverson wasn't like that, was he?
Allen Iverson was a G, dude. But at that time, you didn't have people just broadcasting it live on the internet.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not into that stuff, man. If you a G, stay a G, bro. But make your money, but don't bring it to that.
Yeah, exactly.
If you got a G life, handle your G life. But when you come to work and, just be professional. It's not hard. How hard is it to be professional? Hey. So, yeah. So he's had to learn. And this season, no blemishes, no nothing. So he's probably learned, man, I got docked so much pay from just waving guns in the air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know why people would do that. You know what I'm saying? Especially on social media. Hey, if you're going to do it, do it. Go ahead. Have fun. Go shoot it in, in those states, you could have shoot in your backyard.
Yeah.
Cool, man. But don't broadcast it. Especially when you're a big figure like John Morant.
He should have learned from Aaron Hernandez, bro.
No, see, Aaron Hernandez, I agree with you, but Aaron Hernandez was a certified killer.
Oh,
there's a difference between waving guns in the air I got guns, or actually doing the work, killing people, and going to work and be like, yep.
What's up, guys?
Exactly. No, how crazy is that, though? He would kill people and go on the road and then just be like, show up to work. Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. And he was good, bro. It's not like he was bad. He was an excellent tight end.
Yeah, definitely.
Bro, how crazy is that to think about?
I know.
You know what I mean? That's crazy. You brought up Aaron. That was a good RIP, man. He was a good player, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The talent level of that guy was crazy, especially with him doing that on his off time. That's nuts.
So you say RIP, I say RIA.
What? Rest in what?
Agony.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? But yeah, we got get sidetracked. We got the Magic. They beat the Wizards 120-105. Rockets beat the Heat 102-98. So that extends, I believe, the Heat's losing streak. Yeah, they keep losing. Damn. I don't know what's wrong there. Heat culture. I don't know. Who knows? But Pelicans, they lost to the Wolves 134-93. That makes sense.
Major loss right there.
Well, it makes sense because remember they beat the Wolves the other day by a couple points. Right. And I was like, what? That's a bad loss, bro. So, yeah, I think they were like, dude, we ain't losing to you again.
Hey, man, went in on them on this one.
Yes, he did. Thunder beat the Hornets 141-106.
Damn, another crazy one. Holy shit.
Yeah, the Hornets are the Hornets, bro. Maybe one. I don't even know if they've won 20 games all year.
Come on, LaMelo, step it up, bruh.
Come on. He's partying with Jello, remember? Swerving on a corner, whatever, man. I don't know that song, but it's popular, apparently. Jello got a really popular song. So
I never heard it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't listen to Jello. I'm not a,
What?
I big ups to the Ball brothers, but I don't listen to Jello. LaMelo, he has a good game, and Lonzo, he has a cool game, in the NBA. So
Jay,
they do their thing.
it always seems like we're fucking Friday. We always showing titties, man. What's going on, bro?
Well, what happened? What?
We just seen some titties on here.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
She just,
Oh, I think I know the part. I think I knew the part. It's a good ass movie too. We'll talk about this when it's time. This is an excellent movie. If you didn't know who that was Blake Lively, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got to see some action. It's all good.
All right, and then we got the Spurs. They beat the Sixers. Nothing new. Sixers already packed it in like 10 games ago.
Oh, okay.
So 128-120. And the Mavericks beat the Pistons. That does not help the Suns.
Damn.
So 123-117. So the Suns have to win this game. That's why they're going extra hard. Because I believe if they both win, they're both tied for that number 10.
Yeah.
And you still got 15 games, so still got a good ways to go. But they're going to be neck and neck the whole time.
Oh, okay.
That's a good win for the Mavericks, though, because I thought the Pistons would take that.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Let's get on to some college then. NCAA.
Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. We got the tourney, bro. We got the tourney going on. Let's see. We got to go. We got to go with the start off with UConn. UConn beat Oklahoma earlier. That was a good one, 8-9. That was a good battle. Baylor beat Mississippi State at the end. That was a 9-8 battle, too. That was a good one. New Mexico, they won. Dent had a good game.
Yes, sir.
Now you can root for New Mex. They beat Marquette. That was a good win because I watched the first half. It was pretty even. I didn't watch the second half because I had to run some errands, but that's a good win for New Mex.
What was the score?
75-66.
Oh, nice. See, man.
So that's
I actually, it's crazy to me because New Mex has held in longer than my other team, so I'm surprised.
Oh yeah, well we'll get to them because they lost.
I know, I can't believe that. I'm looking at that right now.
Yeah, so St. Mary's beat Vanderbilt 59-56. That was another good 7-10 battle. That's what I thought was New Mex and Marquette would be something like that, Yeah. But Dent had a really good game. He had like 20-something points.
Yeah.
Ole Miss ended up beating Carolina 71-64, so they're out. Colorado State and Memphis, that is definitely an upset, 78-70. Anytime you have a 12 beat a 5, it's always an upset.
Yeah.
So that's I saw some of that game. And then you got Arizona. They whooped up on Akron. Nothing new. That's Wildcats always do work. 93-65.
Yeah.
That's a given. Maryland beat Grand Canyon 81-49. That was easy work. Yeah, that's easy work.
That's 13 against number 4, right?
Exactly. Grand Canyon is one of those. Hey, what the hell's McNeese?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Grand Canyon is. Where the hell's that? I know Grand Canyon in Arizona.
Yeah, exactly.
But and then you got Kentucky. They beat Troy 76-57. Good showing for them. That's another 3-14 battle. Iowa State beat Lipscomb 82-55. That's another one of those. What the hell is Lipscomb? I don't even know where that is.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you where that is. Alabama. Oh, damn. That was a closer game than I thought. They beat Robert Morris 90-81. Wow, that was pretty close. A lot closer than I thought it would have been.
Yeah.
Florida beat Norfolk State 95-69.
Florida's number 1 right now, right?
Yeah. So there's 4 number 1s. Yeah, they're one of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're number 1 in the West region.
Gotcha.
And Duke, they got their big dog back, Cooper Flagg. He had a good game. Ankle looked good. And, yeah, they're number 1 in the East region, and they beat Mount St. Mary's 93-49.
Oh, okay.
That's a good showing for them, having Cooper Flagg back, man. Like I said, that guy got game.
Definitely.
So, yeah, that's a very good showing. We have a few games on right now. Illinois is beating Xavier 84-69.
That's a wrap.
84-72 now. There's only a minute and a half left.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I believe the Illini got that. Michigan State and Bryant, it is 65-49, and there's about 7 minutes left there.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, I think so, too. And Oregon is whooping up the other 12 seed. That's a 5-12 right there. And Liberty, 62-31. That game's over. That's
So
beyond over.
if New Mexico gets, is going to be done like after the next few games, then I think Oregon will be my next pick after them.
Okay.
I'll take
Okay.
Oregon.
That's so random. You're just picking random ones?
No, because I know. So I used to do the Penske work, and I used to travel a lot all around the state.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So some of the times I flew into Oregon, exactly where the Ducks are, and man, everybody. I don't know. I kind of fell in love with the Oregon culture there. The Ducks.
Okay.
Man. So
New Mex, since they won, they're going to play the winner of Michigan State and Bryant.
Oh, okay. I mean,
That game is on right now. Michigan State is up 65-49.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one for them because Michigan is number 2. So
yeah, Michigan State, they're pretty much always a good team.
yeah,
that's why they're up there. Like I said,
I don't know if New Mexico. I mean, I didn't see their game with Marquette, but it wasn't
they
that.
did, dude. That's a good game. Like I saw the first half, it was pretty even, and then they ended up pulling away. So
that's what I'm saying, because they didn't kill Marquette. I don't see how they're going to be able to beat Michigan State even like that.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, but yeah, I don't see that happening. But that was a good game with Marquette, dude.
Yeah.
I told you it was going to be a close one. Even Marquette was only favored by 3.5, man.
Yeah, I mean,
if a team is way better, they'll be favored by double digits.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was a good game. They pulled that one out good, man. It's a very good one.
But you heard it here first, man. I'm going for Oregon if New Mexico's out.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. You know what's going to happen, right?
What?
Oregon will be playing the Arizona Wildcats when they win. That'll be a good. And so they're used to seeing each other all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that'll definitely be a good game.
That's Arizona number 4 and Oregon is number 5. So that'll be a definitely.
Exactly. It'll be an excellent game. It'll be that's why they're seated like that there. So
exactly.
That'll be excellent. That'll be a good game, and that will be coming up because they're just pouring it on Liberty. As you know, it was like 62-30. So
yeah,
that game's already over. Arizona already knows. Okay, we playing Oregon. We already knew this. We're gonna play Oregon.
And my wife is a Gators fan.
Yeah, I know. She's from Florida, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's from Florida. Yeah, hell yeah! Shout out them. They're the number 1 seed. I forgot what bracket, but they're number 1 in one of the brackets.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're a good squad. Florida, they haven't been I can't remember last time they were number 1 seed.
I'm gonna have to let her know about that one. Like, hey, that Florida Gators are they're doing really good right now.
I'll tell you this though. Every year UConn is good.
Yeah.
They're playing UConn next game. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, but that's number 8 UConn against number 1 Florida.
I don't care. UConn is UConn, bro. I don't know what it is about UConn. They're always good.
Yeah, they're.
I don't care what seed they are. They're always good.
They're conning everybody, bro.
they play good ball, man. They play hard-nosed ball, dude. They always do.
I got you.
Like they always do. It's it's just one of those teams that always plays good, man. It's UConn.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man. A lot of stuff going on in the tournament. It's awesome. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go along with the trends here. Because we already got the Colorado State, over Memphis. That was a big one. That was one of the trends there, the 78-70. But oh yeah, and Cooper Flagg was the other one. Mm-hmm. The other one that was trending high on X because he's back, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, like I said, he showed out. He had a good game too. Like, everyone expected him because of his ankle injury to kind of just, not be full force, but he looked good, dude, in the game.
That's good.
Yeah, he had 14, 7, and 4 and 2 blocks. So he played good. Yeah, he had a really good game for someone that you saw that ankle injury, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was like, oh bro, ooh, Jesus, man. That did not look like the business. But for him to be back that quick and just like, hey, let's go, that's awesome.
Exactly.
So yeah. But I was gonna go into some other news.
It's not what we what is it? What kind of which sport is it for?
Football.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I was like, I hope it's not what I'm thinking it is.
No. Some other news. This is football. So the number 1 thing trending today on X was Jameis Winston. He is signing with the New York Giants. Famous Jameis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not not the greatest quarterback, but at least he knows how to quarterback.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how much you're expecting from him on the Giants, but at least he knows how to quarterback, you know?
So, okay. And what is he young? Is he old? I don't even know nothing about him.
Jameis has been out, I don't know, maybe 8 years.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
8 years. Yeah, I remember Jameis at Florida State. He's played good in college, and then in the NFL, he's jumped around Tampa Bay, New Orleans, all around. But it's because he throws a lot of interceptions.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's what he's known for, throwing interceptions.
Did
you know?
Yeah, definitely. And like when I sometimes I like when I like read about the news.
Yeah.
You already know that I tend to like get a lot of fake information, and then you're like, "What? That didn't happen? Like, what are you talking about?"
Yeah.
So this could be fake news, but I could have sworn I heard that Russell Wilson is going back to Steelers, or was that not? Is that?
Oh, nothing was trending about Russ. I don't know.
So that's probably not confirmed. Then it's just something.
Yeah, maybe not confirmed, but I mean, it looks like it. Like after all these places are signing,
yeah,
like it looks like that's where he'll go.
Right.
I don't know. It could be.
He's already there. Like he's still signed with them, right? Even though he's like a free agent, he's still signed.
I believe so. I don't think they cut him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They didn't cut him.
He probably still is, he probably still is there. I'm not sure.
I think now is going to be more of just like, is he going to be the starter or is he going to be like a backup?
It depends who they get.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
if
they actually try to get somebody, or if they're just going to be like, oh, let's just try to get him one. Let's see, he did okay for us, so let's try to see if we can get him one more year to expand.
That's what I mean. So we'll see. It should be very interesting, man.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that was the big news today. Trending high on X. Jameis Winston and the Giants, they were 1 and 2. Trending 1 and 2 on X, and yeah. So that was a big signing for the Giants, man. Now they know who their quarterback is.
Yeah, exactly. That's good.
You know what I mean? So that'll be that should be interesting. Like I said, at least he's someone who knows how to quarterback.
Yeah.
So that should be interesting.
Well, the good thing is that Raiders got a G as a quarterback.
Who?
Geno.
Oh, G. I was like, who'd they get? I forgot they got Geno Smith. Like I said, no disrespect to Geno Smith, but who? Come on, man.
He's a G. He's a G.
No, I know. You're right. He really is. I'm just not, like I said, I don't think Geno Smith is taking the Raiders to the promised land.
Honestly, my prediction is that this next season for the Raiders, I got a feeling that they will make it to the playoffs, but how far in the playoffs they're going to go, I don't know. But I got a feeling they're going to make it.
So you think they're going to win more games than they lose, huh?
I think so.
No way.
I think so.
No way.
Because Pete Carroll's really trying to like redo all the defense on that team. They're really like trying to vamp everything up, so we just need some offensive pieces at this point, and I think
unfortunately they're in the Kansas City Chiefs division.
I know.
KC wins that division. I like Denver, man. Denver, I like them as the second seed.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in their division.
Yeah,
I think Denver has catapulted. They got a good quarterback there, Bo Nix, and I think they're building right.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Harbaugh. We got Harbaugh's squad. The Chargers there too, man. Remember that.
I know.
So that's what I mean. That Raider division, there's a lot of competition.
It is.
Looking at all those teams, I don't think they're better than the Broncos or the Chargers.
Well, we haven't
obviously not the Chiefs either.
Yeah, but we haven't seen them play yet. So because remember you said that the Chiefs lost some good pieces. Some teams lost a lot of pieces.
Yes, they have. They're still going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
They're still going to win the division. They're going to win that division. It's not a question to me.
No, for sure. But I'm saying,
I don't think that they're going to win it all, but they're going to win that division.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm thinking that they're going to win the division, but I think that Raiders might have what it takes this season to get up.
That's what I mean. That means you're saying the Raiders are going to be better than the Broncos and Chargers. I don't see that. I don't know, man. Do you see that?
Broncos for sure.
You think they're better than
this season? Yes, for this season. I don't know because they're just rebuilding and they're going to need a.
Okay.
They're not going to have the chemistry that they need for this season.
That's a tough sell to me, man. But okay.
Hey, man, I'm a car salesman.
Hey, I believe, bro. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel, man.
Come on, man.
That's all good.
Yeah, we're Raiders. We're what is their motto?
Commitment to excellence.
There you go. Yeah, see, it's commitment to excellence, man. Pete Carroll is committed to excellence, and so is Tom Brady, bro. That's your guy.
Tom Brady is committed to excellence, but he could go there and quarterback the team better than Geno Smith.
I mean,
that's the difference here.
I know, and we had that talk. I wanted him to come out of retirement and do that for us, but he ain't trying to do all that, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Because why would he want to go get his head kicked in when he knows they're not going to win?
I know, so I'm saying at least bring back Gronkowski then and bring him to the Raiders for
Oh my God,
Tom Brady talk to him about that. Come on, man.
He said bring back Gronkowski. Yeah, I love Gronk, man. He's a good player too, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Gronk is a really good player, man.
All right, guys. Well, shout out to the 21 people watching. This is our Friday F It Friday episode, and let's move on to some other sports news. I got some good news. Tomorrow we got the UFC again, and I got some really exciting fights for tomorrow. I can't wait to see tomorrow's matchups. But yeah, so tomorrow your main event is going to be Leon Edwards. He's 22-4 against Sean Brady, who's 17-1. And that's going to be a great matchup. They both have really good records. On that one, it's going to be tough, but I definitely think Sean Brady is going to pull it off. That's just my gut feeling. Then number 2, we got my brother from another mother, my Polish brother, Jan Blankowski, fighting. He's a very hard-hitting guy. They're light heavyweights against Carlos Ulberg. As sad as this is for me, I think Carlos Ulberg is going to take it. Last 3 fights you had, you kind of your championship, and then you lost the belt. You kind of never been the same, and you've been kind of losing. You've been on like a losing streak. So I don't see Jan really. I don't know. I think he's just trying to get his money, and I think he's kind of like on a pretty downhill trajectory. I think Carlos Ulberg, who's 12-1, even though Jan is 29-10. I mean, you got to give it to Jan. He's literally had 40 fights in his career, and this other guy has 13 fights under his belt. So Jan, he put in the work. He's already been championship. He's got the belt. I don't think he's really trying to make a comeback to get a belt again. He's a super good fighter. He was a super heavy hitter. I love the guy. I even had a chance to see him. Almost, I didn't see him, but I almost had a chance to see him and talk to the guy because I met somebody when he was fighting in New Mexico. But yeah, man, so that'll be a great fight. Then we got your welterweight, Gunnar Nelson against Kevin Holland. That's a good one. Kevin Holland is always an exciting fighter, but he's kind of been on he's off and on. I don't know. I think Gunnar Nelson is going to take that one for some reason. Then for your women strawweight fighters tomorrow, you got Molly McMahon against Alexia Tanera. Molly is 14-7. Alexia is 11-1. I'm going to give it to Alexia just because she's 11-1. And then for your lightweights, you got Jordan Vucenic against Chris Duncan. Jordan is 13-3. Chris is 12-2. And I'm going to go with Chris because he's got my first name. And that's really the only reason why. But yeah. And then your featherweights for tomorrow, you got Nathaniel Wood against Morgan Chariri. Nathaniel is 20-6. Morgan is 20-10. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I'm going to give it to Nathaniel. I think Nathaniel is going to pull that one off just because I've seen him fight. I don't ever see Morgan. And my bad. Is it my bad? Let me see. Okay, no, it's good. We good. Molly against. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So everyone I mentioned, that's going to be the ones fighting. There were some cancellation I noticed right afterwards, but those were different people. And then for your preliminary rounds. I just want to see if there's anyone I can mention that maybe have been fighting before. The only one I'm going to mention for the preliminary is you got my other Polish brother. You got Marcin Tybura against Mick Parkin. It's going to be a tough one. Those are heavyweights. Marcin Tybura, he's a smaller heavyweight. He's 26-9. But Mick Parkin, he's 10-0. He hasn't lost a fight yet. Marcin, as in Polish, he's very good, but he's not like the best power hitter, but he has a lot of stamina. For his being a heavyweight, he actually does have a lot of stamina. He's pretty good at it. If he goes past one round and he doesn't get knocked out, he can go the distance. And so that's how I kind of see it. If Mick Parkin cannot knock this guy out in the first round, then my boy Marcin Tybura, he's gonna probably win that one. But if Mick can take him in the first round, Mick got it for sure. All right, guys, and that is our sports news / UFC news. Shout out to the 28 people watching, and let's get into some military contract Trump news. So let me pull this up for you guys really quick. It looks like Trump has made a plan to contract next generation air dominance with the F-47 platform. So he's basically coming out with a new fighter jet. Kind of looks like the Falcon. I don't know if you guys ever seen that one, but it looks super cool. The Falcons, but this is what this one will look like. It's very aerodynamic looking. So yeah, the Department of Air Force announced today the contract award for the engineering and manufacturing development of the next generation air dominance platform, marking a major milestone in the advancement of air superiority. The contract awarded to Boeing will lead to the development of the F-47, the world's first sixth-generation fighter aircraft. And then it says here, I'm thrilled to announce that at my direction, the United States Air Force is moving forward with the world's first sixth-generation fighter jet, said President Donald Trump. Nothing in the world comes even close to it, and it'll be known as the F-47. This decision follows a fair and thorough source selection process conducted by the Air Force, reaffirming the NGAD platform as the most capable and cost-effective solution to maintain air superiority in an increasingly complex and contested global threat environment. The decision reflects the Air Force's commitment to delivering cutting-edge technology to the warfighter while optimizing taxpayer investment. Man, Jay, you gotta love Trump for that, bro. Like, not only is he coming out with like the sickest next generation F-47, air superiority fighter jet, but on top of that is going to be also cost-effective solution, bro. Like, how you don't ever see any other administration has never done that. I mean, I can't even remember the last time we got a new fighter jet. You know what I mean? I think we're still on F-16s and shit like that. You know what I mean?
I know.
So yeah, this is like really great news for the military, at least, to be able to have some new capable air superiority fighter jets that look amazing. I mean, this is the picture, guys. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but this is the picture of what it's going to look like. So shit looks tight, man. Shit looks tight. It says in terms of the attributes of the fighter jet, there's never been anything even close to it, from speed to maneuverability to what it can have to payload, and this has been in the works for a long period of time, Trump added. America's enemies will never see it coming. In May 2024, the Air Force conducted a strategic pause in the program to ensure it was making the right decision for its warfighters and for the security of the nation. During this time, the Air Force continued collaborating with industry to aggressively mature critical technologies and accelerate innovation. The Air Force is saying that now we have the F-47, which sends a very direct, clear message to our allies that we're not going anywhere, and to our enemies that we can and we will be able to project power around the globe unimpeded for generations to come. It says that the F-47 represents a significant advancement over the F-22, which is currently the U.S. Air Force's primary air superiority fighter. This is a historic investment in the American military. So yeah, man. I mean, this just looks good for the American military. It looks like President Trump is, he's showing that America, we're growing a pair again, and we're going to be superior, at least in certain aspects of military. All right, guys, and that is my Trump military news. And let's move on to some investment news with the UAE. What's going on there, Jay?
So the UAE, United Arab Emirates, has pledged a significant investment. We're talking big money. 1.4 trillion in the U.S. over the next decade, which is cool. Damn. It was a meeting between President Trump and United Arab Emirates officials, targeting sectors like the AI infrastructure, semiconductors, energy, and American manufacturing. President Trump is very focused on making America wealthy again.
I look at the picture.
I like this deal. I like this deal.
Look at that picture. They got a Trump for that one. For that. Like
I'm
what?
telling you, bro. That's big dog stuff, man.
Oh yeah,
1.4 trillion. That's the kind of numbers we need, bro.
definitely, definitely.
That's good. That's good. It's good work right there, man. That's a big investment deal. You know.
So and it looks like, I mean, do you know the details, or you want me to go over the details of it?
Yeah, I don't know the details, bro.
So
I
basically,
don't.
it just says that the UAE has committed to a 10-year, 1.4 trillion. But yeah, that's over a 10-year period, bro. So they're going to be pumping like 1.4 trillion over 10-year span. That's hella,
Yes.
man.
The next decade. Yes, clearly. I know.
And I guess they're
Hmm.
coming out with Emirates Global Aluminum in what would be the first new aluminum smelter in the United States in 35 years. So that's going to be
What
pretty
is it?
aluminum smelter. They're going to be like melting aluminum there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, like you said, oil producing. So they're going to be producing oil probably together there. Looks like
That's
Mark
interesting.
Rubio kind of met up with them as well. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, that looks kind of nice, man. That's definitely that's a heads up. Like this is what we're talking about too. Like when it comes to like crypto and the stocks, like we're not just talking about these tariffs and everything like that. These overseas companies are going to be investing in America, but over the course of the administration that Trump is in, he's also making these kind of deals as well. So you know what I mean? This is just going to be
Big
flowing a
money.
lot into America, man. Like that's great.
Big money, bro.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. You got to be doing stuff like that. It's big, big money.
Exactly. And
So I like that.
yeah, yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Shout out to Trump for that one, man.
Always, man. Always making moves.
Yep.
Guy always makes moves, man.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, that is our Trump and investment news. Let's move on. And I want to talk about today. There was a huge fire at London's Heathrow Airport. And I want to just let you guys know what happened there because a whole bunch of flights got delayed or didn't even make it in. And it was just a really big mess for London today. So let me get into that with you guys really quick and just kind of give you the quick update of what happened there. So yeah, London's Heathrow slowly resumes flights after a fire cut power to Europe's busiest airport. So let's see what happened. It says a fire at an electrical substation knocked out power to Heathrow Airport for most of Friday, forcing Europe's busiest hub to shut down for roughly 18 hours, causing widespread cancellations and rerouting headaches and stranding roughly 200,000 passengers. The blaze started just before midnight on Thursday at a substation about 2 miles from the airport and took firefighters about 7 hours to bring under control. Authorities said they found no evidence that it was suspicious, and the London Fire Brigade said its investigation would focus on the electrical distribution equipment at the substation. The fire knocked out power to Heathrow and thousands of homes in the area. It affected at least 1,350 flights to and from the airport, according to flight tracking service Flight Radar 24. And the impact was expected to last several days as passengers try to reschedule their trips and airlines work to reposition their planes and crews. After power was restored, a British Airways jet touched down just before sunset on Friday after Heathrow lifted its closure order. Further arrivals followed, including a short flight from Manchester in northwest England. So yeah, guys, kind of crazy. It says that residents in West London described hearing a large explosion followed by a fireball and clouds of smoke when the blaze ripped through the substation. So yeah, guys, kind of crazy, but it looks like they got everything handled now, and we got flights coming back and into Heathrow Airport. So yeah, that's kind of good, but it just kind of sucks that even happened. I do have like a little clip. Let me see. I have a little clip of it. I mean, I just pretty much reported everything. I don't even think we should hear it, to be honest with you. Yeah, screw it. I'm not gonna play it just because I just reported basically what this guy's gonna say anyway. And plus, I'm better looking than him, so screw him. Just playing, guys. Just playing. It's Friday, so I'm just playing.
Gotta love it.
All right. And after that being said, let's get into some sad celebrity news, man. We got 2 reports, but Jay, let's start you off. What happened?
2-time heavyweight champ, man.
Breaking.
An iconic figure in the home and in boxing has died, man, at the age of 76. George Foreman, bro, he just passed away, man. It sucks.
Yeah, this is breaking news, right?
Yeah, now it's about an hour ago. Yeah, that just happened, probably 8:30.
Damn.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, it just happened. So
Any details like what he died from or like where he was found?
no, when I saw it, it just said breaking news on my phone, and
Okay.
it said George Foreman has died. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I didn't research it or nothing. I just saw the breaking news. I was like, damn.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's sad, man. He's like I said, he wasn't just iconic in the ring. He's iconic for the Foreman grill, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone in America got a Foreman grill, bro. Everyone. I don't care who you are. You have
I
a
mean,
George Foreman grill.
if you don't, this is how I think of it. If you don't have a George Foreman grill, that's very un-American of you. So
Thank you.
get a damn George
Yes.
Foreman grill.
Like I don't use my Foreman grill like really a lot anymore, but
Yeah.
I have like two of them.
Yeah,
Like obviously if I'm gonna make some burgers or stuff, I'll use my Foreman grill, obviously.
exactly.
But yeah, like everyone in America got a Foreman grill, bro. You got it. It's iconic.
I mean, I know I told you before I didn't, but the only reason I don't is because I don't eat meat, so I don't really need one. But if you eat meat, god damn it, get yourself a George Foreman grill. Sheesh. How American is that to have a George Foreman grill?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. He was iconic, not just in the ring. Just that grill is very iconic, man.
No, definitely.
I don't
I
know
mean,
how many units. I don't know how many units he sold of that grill, man. Like it had to be a lot, dude.
it says sold millions of units.
That's what I mean. I don't know how many exactly, but I mean every household in America's got to have a Foreman grill.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say.
definitely.
You know what I mean? Like that thing's iconic in America.
Do you know that he was
Like
born
I said,
in
I got two.
Yeah. Did you know that he was born in Houston?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Texas sounds right though.
Yeah, he came from like a really poor household. Like basically he was quoted saying that every weekend someone got killed there where he was
I
growing up.
believe it.
So for him to come out of all that and become like so successful in his career, man, that just shows you like the heart that this guy had.
Yeah, well, he was successful in two careers. Think about that. He was successful in boxing. It's not like he was a slouch in boxing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And he was successful with, dude, Foreman grills.
No, of course.
That's a whole nother level. That's awesome. Like, man, that's impressive, dude.
And I mean, how many people could have said that they fought freaking Muhammad Ali, bro? Like that dude, that's a legend that he fought. He fought a legend.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. He had a good career, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
And he
Iconic, bro.
And he won the gold medal in Mexico City Olympic Games. That was pretty cool.
He's an iconic figure, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, to have two careers like that, and then, like you said, the way he grew up, very iconic.
It says that by 1971, he had 32 wins and no losses. He was the number one challenger in the world and expected to face world heavyweight Joe Frazier in a bid for the title.
Damn. It's crazy.
I know.
Crazy, 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 man.
That is crazy.
That's a trip.
What a career. What a career.
R.I.P. to a heavyweight, man. He was heavy hitter right there, bro.
Yeah. And you know which fight that was like one of the most famous Ali fights where he fought. You know which fight that was, right?
Yeah.
The Rumble in the Jungle in the Philippines, man.
It was in the Philippines? I don't know it was in the Philippines.
That was like the fight where I heard they didn't have any air conditioning in that arena.
And I didn't know it was in the Philippines. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. And I heard that it was like super hot when they were fighting. Like it was super uncomfortable for them. But you got to do what you got to do.
That's what I mean. Exactly. You have to do what you got to do. That's the only way. It's the only way to get through things, man.
Exactly. And
but damn, yeah, he was an icon, bro.
Exactly. And just to kind of end his career, what he did in the end of his career, he was saying that he actually received title shots against Evander Holyfield in 91 and Tommy Morrison in 93, but lost.
Yeah, but he was already OG, bro.
Yeah.
He was already OG, but
well, he was one of the few fighters that literally after 10 years of taking time off or retiring, he came back as a 38-year-old man, and he went back to fighting,
Yeah, I know. Well, a lot of people have tried to take this route. It's very, very not a good idea.
And he even said he didn't think it was a good idea afterwards because he said, this is his quote. He said, "It was the only profession I knew. Sometimes I'd wished I'd been a golfer. It's much easier than boxing."
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's right about that, man.
Oh man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is him.
But then think about that. Like after all that fighting, what do you come out with? The grill. Like, man, smart dude, man.
Exactly.
That's how you got to do it, man. Legendary, bro.
The making, and R.I.P. man.
Yeah, no, man. Definitely a legend, man.
I want to get the exact number of how many George Foreman grills have been sold.
That's I'm curious. I know every household in America got one. I have two.
I'm looking at
So
it right now.
yes.
It says that the George Foreman grill has sold over 100 million units worldwide since its launch in 1994.
Okay, I'll take that worldwide over 100 million. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll take that.
that's crazy, bro.
Over 100 million worldwide. I'll take that, bro. I told you it's iconic, bro.
That's a worldwide sensation right there, man.
That's what I mean. That's iconic, bro. That's real numbers right there.
Yep.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, that is. That is.
George
All right.
Foreman, man.
Well, like we said, R.I.P. to George Foreman. We both knew him, not personally, but we both seen his fights before, and
Yeah,
he's a
man.
great fighter.
Legendary.
Legendary. All right, guys. Well, I don't have the celebrity I'm going to talk about. He's not that big of like a sports
Who
star,
is it? Who
but
is it?
basically we got. Let me pull this up. Share the screen. Have you ever seen a Good Burger?
Have seen what?
Good Burger.
With Keenan and Kel?
I think so. Nickelodeon's Good Burger. That's what it says.
Yeah. Welcome to Good Burger.
Yeah.
I want a Good Burger. Yeah.
So
Long time ago.
yeah. So Jan Schwietermean, best known for starring in Good Burger, dies at 52 after cancer diagnosis.
Damn, that's terrible.
Yeah, he had a stage 4 aggressive form of stage 4 prior to. It doesn't say what kind of cancer. It probably does, but I got to look at the actual article. It says actor Jan Patrick Schweiderman, best known for starring in Nicholas Good Burger, has died at the age of 52. Jan died at Mercy Hospital in Washington on February 28th, according to his obituary. His brother Chad Schweiderman also confirmed the news in a Facebook post, sharing that the actor died after being diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. It is with a heavy heart that I share the passing of my brother. He recently found out he had an aggressive form of stage 4 cancer and passed yesterday evening. But yeah, it doesn't really say anything. This is what he looked like, so I don't know if you know this guy or not.
I can't see that for.
Let me see if I can. What about that?
No, it's okay. No, it's because
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys, for all the average day Joes who's watching right now, this is who he was on Good Burger. I never.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah, I never really watched Good Burger, so I don't even know who he would be in Good Burger.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in so long, man.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's kind of just wanted to report on that because he is a celebrity as well, and I know some of you in the Average Day Joe's community probably know who he is. So it is a trending topic, and I wanted to share that with you guys. Shout out to the 31 people watching, by the way, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you have the ability to, so that we can share with you this alpha every day, and especially on our favorite day, Friday or Effort Friday. And we always give you a special little bonus treat on Effort Friday as well. So that's going to be kind of cool to see. All right. And that being said, let's get into Jay's movie of the day. It's one of my favorite movies you watching there, bro.
Oh, you know which one?
I already know, bro.
I love this movie, bro. It's one of my favorites too.
I know.
It's a great part too.
Exactly. That's what I knew because I seen that part.
Oh, you saw the part? Yeah, it's iconic, man. This is a great movie, man.
I know.
One of my favorites all time.
Exactly.
And it came out later too. That's what I mean. It's not one of the ones I grew up with.
Exactly. It's funny that they would name the movie the same as like as the Warriors team.
Well, I mean, on that side, it's probably what it's known as.
No. But as I see, so why would Warriors even try to copy that, man? They should have just let.
Well, because we label out here Oakland as the town.
Yeah, but we're not in Oakland no more.
No. I'm saying that everyone knows the town as Oakland.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm saying out there, that's probably known as their town. The town.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Boston is
out in the east.
Boston is the old Oakland. I was gonna say
no, I don't. It's because it's not based on Boston.
Yeah.
So that's Charlestown.
Charlestown, yeah. But
so if you say that's what I mean, the town. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But Charlestown is in Boston. It's like a suburb of Boston.
Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, that's why. So that's why it's labeled the town. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hence the name Charlestown.
Gotcha.
But yeah, great movie, man. You know what I mean? This movie is just about Ben Affleck, his father, or I should say not his father, but his his friends and who he grew up with, he grew up around a lot of crime.
Yeah.
And so you kind of get adopted into the family business, let's say.
Yeah,
But
you were
he
right.
tried to make it out by being a professional hockey player.
Yeah.
And he didn't make it. He ended up fighting his teammates. And so that's when he hopped into the family business.
Yeah, but you said it right the first time because it was his father that started.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I didn't want to lead off with that, but yeah, because it sounds bad. Oh, his father just he was robbing everyone, and then he you know.
I mean,
but yeah, so his father was doing time.
Yeah.
And you know but that's what I mean. Ben Affleck ended up working for the same mafia people, you know, and yeah, basically, you know, they do a lot of heists, you know, taking money, robbing banks, just a lot of robbing.
Right.
And yeah, this apparently goes on, you know, in the town, Charlestown, you know, it's a prevalent thing out there. So it was a really good movie, a lot of action. You know what I mean?
I was about to say, it's a very action-packed movie. It's very good for that.
Yes, you can't get more action than this. But the cool thing about Ben Affleck is he's a little smarter than the average.
I was going to say
he knows how to outsmart cops.
Exactly.
Knows how to outsmart the FBI. He saw his father go through this, so they can never really pinpoint him at certain places.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So yeah, excellent film, man. Excellent film. One of my favorites for sure.
Yeah. So if you guys are looking for like an action-packed movie that you've never seen, and you've never seen The Town before, but you're looking for an action-packed movie that has a great plot with like some smart characteristics of the movie, this is a great movie to watch. Definitely.
Yes, it is.
Kind of mafia style in a way, but not 100% mafia. It's just more like the dude's working for a mafia type thing, but he's just outsmarting cops and everybody else. You know, really, really great movie.
Yeah, it is.
And it also teaches you why you shouldn't mess with your best friend who's a robber as well, or a bank robber's sister.
You know? That's a good point. It was a very good point.
Yeah.
Very good point. Because exactly. I didn't even bring that into it, but that's true.
So 1 through 10, what do you rate it?
9.9.
Okay, I was gonna say 9.8, but we're pretty much
9.9. Well, because there was
I'll give it a 9.8, which is my personal rating system.
I say 9.9 because everything about it was excellent.
Yeah.
You know, just one. Yeah, there's like a couple parts in the movie that I don't think go with the movie, but
yeah, exactly. It's like just there's a few parts in the movie that get a little bit slow.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I was like, why is this even in here?
Yeah, but it's not a big deal. It's just more like, why is it here? But who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good movie overall. So this is like my favorite part right here, where that cop looks at them.
And turn.
Like,
well, all the masks, dude. Like that's iconic.
Oh shit.
What would you do if you were a cop, bro? I wouldn't. I'd be like, nope.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm turning too, bro.
I mean,
you're
gonna get killed if you don't do what you would.
Obviously, you got 4 guys with Uzis, and then
exactly.
They're going to the getaway car. What is he gonna do? His oneself with one handgun.
Exactly.
Hell nah. He's like smart. Stay alive.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, excellent film, man. One of my favorites for sure.
Cool. And I believe we did do Ben Affleck movies before, didn't we? Or no?
We did. So
maybe
if you want to do the brother, I
was thinking of
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, exactly. Because Jeremy Renner is a great actor, and
he's got hella good movies too, man. Hella good movies, And then the girl you saw earlier, remember, that was Blake Lively.
Yeah, exactly. Blake Lively, and then you also have John Hamm, who's also a really famous actor.
Oh, John Hamm, yeah, that's right. He's the cop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, remember at the end when he left him the note?
Yeah.
That shit was great, man.
I know. Did you hear about Jeremy Renner like a few years ago? Like he almost got his leg cut off and stuff.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was some crazy shit, man.
That was crazy. I did hear about that.
Crazy.
He's got some good ass movies, man. Jeremy Renner. He's a good actor.
All right.
This is definitely probably my favorite movie of his, though, man, without a doubt.
Why are you taking the easy way out, man? You taking the easy.
It's not the easy way out. Name a better role he played than this one, please. With his leprechaun tattoo.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they repping the C's hard in here, bro. Always.
I know, I know.
Always repping the C's, man. But yeah, that's it, without a doubt, it's my favorite movie he's ever done.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
So if that's your favorite, then what is your underrated movie of his?
I'd have to go Mission Impossible 4
Okay.
because he was behind the scenes, you know. He thought he had he thought he couldn't protect Tom Cruise's, girlfriend, remember at the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was a good part in that movie. Like I didn't even think he was like when I saw it, I was like, what's he doing in here, you know?
Yeah.
And then he ended up playing a good little role, and I was like, oh damn, wow, you know what I mean? So that would be my underrated movie of his, man. But
Okay.
yeah, without a doubt, The Town. That's his best role he's ever played,
Oh, for sure.
without a doubt.
I'm surprised you didn't mention the Bourne Legacy.
Yeah, that was because when I think Jason Bourne, I don't think of Jeremy Renner. You know, I think of Matt Damon.
Yeah.
He did play a good Bourne though, so you know that. So you know that whole movie, what it's about, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he's basically just a newer version of like Matt Damon
Right.
in that movie. You know, that's why I was like, eh. Like I liked it. It was a great movie. Don't get me wrong.
Uh-huh.
But when I think Jason Bourne, I think Matt Damon.
You
So
know,
that's why I said Mission Impossible.
he also played in National Lampoon's Senior Trip.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah. I know you like the National Lampoon's segment, like the
Yeah, I didn't even know he was in that.
yeah,
I'd have to rewatch that. I didn't even know.
95, brother, 95.
Yeah, I'd have to rewatch that. I didn't even know. That's crazy.
All right. And as far as my favorite movie of his, you know what? This is like a two-way streak because this is not only is it going to be my favorite, but it's also going to be one that I'm 100%, 99% sure that you never watched. So I can say it's underrated, but my favorite underrated movie.
Which one?
And that is Wind River.
What?
Told you.
Wind River?
Wind River.
I don't know what that is.
It's a great movie, bro. It was my favorite. Well, because it's only because you took The Town. If you didn't say The Town, then I would have gone with The Town as well because that was my favorite of his. But Wind River would be my next favorite of his.
I've never seen it.
Yeah. So
what's it about?
Wind River is basically
River.
Yeah. You got so Wind River is him. Jeremy Renner. He's a wildlife officer who finds the body of an 18-year-old woman on an American Indian reservation in snowy Wyoming. When the autopsy reveals that she was raped, FBI agent Jane Banner arrives to investigate. Teaming up with Lambert as a guide, the duo soon find that their lives are in danger while trying to solve the mystery of the teen's death.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
And your boy's in that one.
Who?
John Bernthal.
Who?
John Bernthal. That dude. You ever seen Sicario?
Sicario. Oh yeah.
So he was the dude that was in the Sicario one. He was the dude that was the cop that was dirty in Phoenix. The dirty.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Okay. Yeah, I do know. Okay, I do know. I know what you're talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Wind River.
And one of my favorite actresses. I always thought she was super fine. She's the. You seen Yellowstone before? Yellowstone.
With Kevin Costner?
Yeah.
I've seen a couple episodes.
Yeah. So Kelsey Asbill, she's the one who plays the son's wife, the Native American.
I think I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
If I had to go more up your alley, I would say Elizabeth Olsen is in it.
Okay.
And also
got it. Wind River. Sounds like a good plot, man.
It's a really good plot.
Sounds like a really good plot. Like,
yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, he plays like a wildlife officer, Jamie Renner, in that. Really good movie though, man. Like it has a very good twist to it at the end, and just everything about it I really enjoy.
Yeah, it sounds like a really good movie from what you told me. I'm like, damn, I'm surprised I never watched it.
Definitely, but now that you got your part husky dog, I think you and your dog should watch that one because it is kind of Native American-ish a little bit, kind of has those vibes to it. So
cool.
Definitely watch that one. But as far as underrated, I'm also going to go with another one because that one was my favorite one. And underrated, I would say, and you might have seen this one, but I don't know if a lot of people did, but they had a really great cast, and that was the movie Tag.
I did not see Tag.
You see Tag?
Nope.
That's a straight comedy, funny as hell, though, bro. You
I
got
saw the trailers to Tag when it came out.
okay, dude. That
Never
you
saw
got you got Jamie Rayner, you got John Hamm, you got Ed Helms, Jake Johnson, you got Isla Fisher from Wedding Crashers, the redheaded chick.
That's Australian chick. Yeah.
Yeah, Annabelle Wallace, the blonde chick, Rebecca. You know, she's in there.
Uh-huh.
Rashida Jones. I don't know if you know who she is.
I don't.
Rashida Jones is the one that plays in The Office. You know, she's in The Office.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the Tag. That's a great movie, bro. It's a funny comedy. It's not. I would pick Wind River over Tag, but Tag, if you want to watch it, like I guess somewhat funny comedy. I guess Tag would be it, and it's underrated because you never seen it.
I remember seeing the trailer.
Yeah.
I just never saw it.
No, it's pretty cool.
But Wind River, I never saw a trailer, so I'm really curious about that one.
Yeah. Wind River.
I'm really curious about watching that movie.
Yeah.
It sounds real good.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah.
Other notable mentions of his? Do you got any for us or no?
Hansel and Gretel.
Okay, I didn't know you.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Okay,
pretty good.
I'll say
it's like one of those witch hunter type movies.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Hansel and Gretel.
It's not bad.
I'll say Arrival as well. Arrival.
Okay.
You seen that one?
No, I
it's
haven't.
like a UFO. It's a pretty good one. It's like a UFO one.
Okay.
Yeah, that one got him and Forrest Whitaker in it, like the two main guys. Let me see.
I haven't seen that. I'd say maybe 28 weeks later. That was a good one.
28 weeks later. That's a great one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's a good one.
He also starred in the Avengers. You know.
Yeah, I know he did. He was in a. Yeah, I thought about that. I was like, oh yeah, he was in that.
And he was in Mission Impossible 4 and number 5 and number 6.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
So that's
that's what I mean, because he played that. I told you once because he was kind of blaming himself in number 4, and then he became cool with Tom Cruise. Like, oh, okay, cool. So so he was part of like the squad. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kind of cool. And he played a good part. Believe me, it was pretty funny, man.
I gotta see that one. I haven't seen that one. So.
Which one?
All 3 of those.
You haven't seen? You haven't seen any of those?
No.
Oh man, if you want some action, man, all Mission Impossible movies are good. Man.
No, I think I stopped after like number 2. You know.
Yeah, that's stupid because number 3 was probably one of the, if not the best one.
Okay.
With Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, okay.
He was the bad guy in it. Oh, dude, that was an excellent film, bro.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be on here sometime.
I think
that was great.
I think that was the time when I found out all about him and his whole like craziness with Scientology and what he did with Katie Holmes, and I don't know. Okay. I just kind of lost traction with Tom Cruise. Like wanted to watch.
Well, Tom Cruise has always been on point, man.
No,
he's never been not on point.
He is. It's just at that time, Now I don't care anymore. Like I'm like, oh,
and he's always been focused on his movies. His movies are always legit.
And he does a lot of his own like action scenes.
Yeah, I know. That's the crazy part. Yeah. But like all his Mission Impossible movies, oh man, excellent, bro.
Yep.
Excellent films.
Other notable mentions: Dahmer. He was in Dahmer.
No, he was.
Yeah, the 2002 one. Yeah.
I don't remember that. I saw that movie too. You're talking about Jeffrey Dahmer, right?
I think so. It just says Dahmer as the title. It says Americans. Yeah, exactly. It's about Jeffrey Dahmer. Yep.
Damn, that's crazy. If that was him, that would make sense though. Now I saw that movie. Oh, okay. I didn't even think about it, but now actually think. Damn, it really probably was.
And Jeffrey Dahmer.
He just looks so different.
Yeah.
Huh? That's what I mean. He just looked different. The way they made him look.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even put that together.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's weird, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means he's a really good actor, bro. I didn't even realize that was Jeremy Renner. That's weird.
And I'll mention 2 more that I see here that I definitely have that people probably seen before, or 3 more. American Hustle from 2013. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and then he also played in SWAT, the 2003 movie, SWAT.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in SWAT.
He was in SWAT with
There's a lot of people in that.
SWAT.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah, with Colin Farrell, but he was the guy who was friends with Colin Farrell, and then he turned out to be the bad guy, and he tried to like take the money He was a cop, but he tried to take the money, And the last one I'll mention is the founder, the McDonald's movie.
I've never seen that one.
You never seen how they founded McDonald's? The guy founded McDonald's.
No.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about? Ray Kroc?
Yeah, Ray Kroc. Yeah.
What about it?
Yeah, so he was in that movie.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I never seen it.
Yeah. That was the true story of how Ray Kroc, who played Michael Keaton, played him as struggling salesman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he was in it?
Yeah, he was in it. Yeah. Supposedly. I'm looking right now to see if I can actually find him in it, but it said he's in it, so I'm trusting.
This cat has had some good ass movies, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Jeremy Renner, excellent.
Yeah. Thank God he got to keep his foot like that. That what happened to him in Reno, being a good Samaritan.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
I was like, no way, and I was like, what? I was shocked.
That was crazy.
But like I said, right here, bro, best role he played, bro.
Yep. I already know.
Insane.
In the Membrane.
Yeah, insane movie, bro. I love it.
Yeah.
He was a savage. I'm
looking at the founder movie, and when I'm looking through the whole cast, I don't actually see him in it. So maybe he just had something very.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, no wonder. I'm like, huh?
Exactly.
The founder.
All right, guys. Well, that is our movie of the day, and let's share with you some crypto news. Let's see what's happening in crypto on this Friday, the day that basically is the last day where all the stock market is open, and then it's going to usually either go sideways unless there's some huge economic news over the weekend. Then it kind of just tends to go sideways for the weekend until Monday, and then it either goes a good up or a good down depending on what the stocks do. But let's find out what Bitcoin is at. Bitcoin 84,314. It is down 0.54%, so it is just going sideways now after that little boost up from earlier in the week. Ethereum, our largest altcoin, it is at 1,988, which is up 0.9%. Our fear and greed index is at 27 in the orange tier, so it's actually the same as yesterday's. They didn't really do much. It just means that people, like I said, it's just going sideways. People are kind of not. We're still in the fear. So people are not really investing, but there is some investments going on, obviously, because we came down out of extreme fear into fear. So it looks good for now, and especially with all this strong, news that Trump is having, UAE, with trillions of dollars pouring into America now. This will probably, I see crypto going up in the short term and the long term. And your total global crypto market cap in a whole is at 2.76 trillion, which is down 0.57%. Your top 5 trending coins, number 1 is Cake, which is up 8.96%. Number 2 is Auction, which is up 12.19%. Number 3 is ACH, which is up 4.98%. Number 4 is Lina, Lina, which is down 59%. And number 5, we got Burger, which is down 53.24%. Your top 5 gainers are in the last 24 hours is number 1, Snow Leopard or SNL. It is up 4,257%. Number 2, my favorite meme coin of all time, you got CatX. It is up 1,154%. Number 3, we got the Book of Meme 3.0, or the acronym is BOME, which is up 647%. Number 4, this is the first time this is up in the top 5, and you got Sora Grok, or Grok, which is Twitter or X's platform of the ChatGPT version of that, and that one is up 517%. And then number 5, to round it off, you got Not and then CAT as the acronym, so CAT, and that one is up 493%. Let me see if there's any notable mentions. Number 13, Beer, 364% up. Number 15, GameStop coin, that is up 279%. Number 22, Homer Simpson, and the acronym is Simpson. That one is up 131%. Looks like you got Homer eating a donut in that one as the token. Number 26, Sushi Swap. If you guys are into the swap of sushi, that one is up 97%. And I don't see any other notable mention ones that I want to mention. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, yeah, that is our crypto news then for today. And, yeah, it looks like it's going to be going sideways for a little bit before it makes another major move. But that's nothing bad and nothing good. It just is what it is. keep them diamond hands and do not sell and lose all your money, because nobody wants that to happen to you. We all are here to support you guys and kind of give you the, how to do it without doing, the bad of it in crypto. All right, guys, let's get into tomorrow's weather. So it's going to be for March 22nd. I'm going to give you your average highs because we know everybody likes to travel, especially during the weekends. Let me pull up the map for you guys, and then we'll go from there. So tomorrow, guys, it looks like your coldest spot is going to be in international. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to be in Michigan, up in the very top by Canada. I'm not even going to try to say this name anymore just because I don't even know what the name is. But it's going to be 19 degrees if you're going up to the very top by Toronto. Your hottest spot tomorrow, it looks like it's going to be San Antonio, Texas, partly cloudy at 86 degrees. Going from west coast to east, San Francisco, where we're at, it's going to be cloudy tomorrow at 62 as your high. LA, San Diego and LA area is going to be partly cloudy at 76. If you're going into Seattle, it's going to be cloudy at 53. If you're going into Salt Lake City, 53 and raining. Las Vegas, you guys are going to be at 78 and partly cloudy. Phoenix, you guys are going to be sunny at 87 degrees. And then we got Billings, Montana. You guys are going to be windy at 50 degrees. If you're going into Denver, it's going to be windy also at 64 degrees. And if you're going into Albuquerque, it's going to be partly cloudy at 73 degrees. Then if you're going into Kansas City, you guys are going to be at 68 degrees and partly cloudy. And Oklahoma City, partly cloudy, 80 degrees. If you're going to Dallas, sunny, 84 degrees is your high. Houston, you guys are going to be windy at 82 degrees. And let's see, from there, Minneapolis, 46 degrees, partly cloudy. Chicago, you guys are going to be partly cloudy and only 41 degrees is your high. Detroit, 46 degrees, partly cloudy. Cincinnati, 56 degrees, partly cloudy. St. Louis, you guys are going to be also partly cloudy at 64. While Memphis, you guys are going to be 72 and sunny. New Orleans, 76 and partly cloudy. Miami, 76, partly cloudy. Tampa, 74, partly cloudy. Jacksonville, sunny and 75 degrees. While Atlanta, you guys are going to be at 72 and cloudy as your high. 68 in Washington, D.C. and partly cloudy. While Buffalo, you guys are going to be raining at 44 degrees. New York City, 61 and partly cloudy. And last but not least, Boston, you guys will be partly cloudy at 59 degrees as your high. So that will be our weather for tomorrow, March 22nd. Just wanted to kind of always share that with you, just in case you guys are traveling. We want to give you the appropriate ways to be for tomorrow's forecast. All right, that being said, let us get into tomorrow's tomorrow's horoscopes. That's March 22nd's horoscopes. So let's hear about it. We always start off with the first sign of the zodiac, the house, which is Aries, my sign. So tomorrow, Aries, it's best to avoid arguing with a supervisor about a work-related matter. Someone may try to deceive you with smooth talk. To stay cautious. No amount of persuasion will speed up the return of a pending loan. People with allergies should be extra mindful of their diet. Your networking skills will help someone gain an advantage on the academic front. Taurus, if you're looking to improve your career prospects, pay attention to valuable advice. A well-planned home campaign will enhance your image among family and friends. When tackling an academic topic, don't hesitate to seek guidance from your peers. Positive health trends are predicted for those with ongoing medical issues. Gemini, financial stress may weigh heavily on you. Expect to work longer hours and take on more than you can manage. Staying disciplined with your diet will help you maintain good health. A family gathering is on the horizon, bringing excitement and joy. Cancer, switching to healthier eating habits will be the key to staying active and fit. To manage your expenses effectively, you may need to track your spending closely. Lending a hand to someone in their professional endeavors will prove beneficial. A family member will offer valuable support. A business trip is likely to be productive. Then we got J sign, Leo. Winning money through betting is possible, but exercise caution. If you require help at work, don't hesitate to ask for it. Family life will be especially fulfilling. Extending a short trip will likely go smoothly. Avoid engaging in property-related matters tomorrow. Your positive approach to academics will yield significant benefits. I'm glad they said that, Jay, because I am not betting you on anything tomorrow. Virgo, your body is likely to respond positively to regular exercise. Financial challenges may persist for now. An eligible family member may find a suitable match soon. Real estate investments are favored, and you may acquire property soon. Those in manufacturing will need to enhance product quality to meet standards. Libra, winning money through betting is possible, but exercise caution. If you need help at work, don't hesitate to ask for it. Family life will remain joyful and content. A brief trip is unlikely to pose any issues. Avoid property dealings tomorrow. Your positive outlook on academics will work in your favor. Scorpio, your body is likely to respond positively to exercise. Financial challenges may persist a little longer. An eligible family member may soon find a suitable life partner. Real estate investments are favored, and you may secure a new property. Those in manufacturing will need to improve product quality to meet expectations. Sagittarius, a short getaway or a change of scenery will greatly benefit your health. Taking a break will help you cope with stress. Planning a quick family trip will add excitement to your household. A misbehaving family member may require some guidance. Starting an exercise routine will have positive health effects. Capricorn, even if you're craving a restful vacation, responsibilities may take priority. As your skills gain recognition, you'll shine at work. Concerns may arise regarding a family member studying away from home. Making healthier lifestyle choices will improve your fitness. Unexpected financial gains are possible. Aquarius, you'll successfully avoid laziness and stay productive. Expected payments are likely to arrive soon. At work, you'll achieve your desired results. A crucial household task will be completed. Plans for international travel are likely to materialize. Now is a favorable time for property purchases. Last but not least, we got our Pisces. Achieving a healthy balance of activity and rest will help you reach your physical peak. Some of you may find new ways to boost your income. Your popularity at work is likely to grow. Something important may require attention at home. Avoid traveling with reluctant companions. Some may invest in a new property. Positive academic developments are predicted. All right, guys. Well, that is our horoscopes for tomorrow. We always kind of like to help guide you along your day. So, just lost. Okay, we're back. We're back. All right, guys. And yeah, so that is our horoscopes for tomorrow. And let's move on to Jay's conspiracy of the day.
Today I will be talking about Barbara Miller. You know who that is?
You told me, but I'll let you say it.
Okay, so you do know who that is, though.
Yeah,
Had
yeah.
you ever heard of Barbara Miller before?
No, not until you told me today.
Oh, okay. Barbara Miller is what the real story of Barbie is based on.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I said Barbie. So
Barbie?
Barbara Miller apparently was a cruel and very selfish woman. She was 25 years old, blonde, beautiful, lived in a small pink apartment, pink walls, pink furniture. Basically her whole goal in life. She wanted to be Miss California. And so every competition she entered, at the end of the competition, one of her contestants would always disappear. And it'd be like, that's kind of weird, right? So in the first one, Diane Carter, she was last seen just after the rehearsal. It's like that was the last time she was seen. The very next competition she had, Linda Harris, last seen before the big contest. So each of these competitions, someone goes missing. And who becomes a default winner? Barbara Miller.
Barbie.
And Barbara Miller, good looking chick, right? But she had a very dark side to her, let's say. So another one, so the cops, FBI, people, really like thinking about, like, they're like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? So one of her last competitions, Suzanne Baker went missing. And after the preparation party, they started locking in on, okay, how come after this woman enters and does this whole, thing and becomes a default winner, how come someone always goes missing?
Yeah.
So they started doing some investigating on her. And so what they ended up finding was after following her and, like, doing police stuff, like, okay, let's set this up. You know what I mean? they started figuring out that they went downstairs in one of her places. I don't know. I don't know if it was a legal search and seizure or if it was really like legit.
Right.
But they ended up finding dresses, like the beauty dresses that the girls were in. Each one of them, all 10. Like, so 10 people went missing, and they ended up finding the dresses, and they were all stained and hanging on the wall. She had them like hanging like prizes. You know what I mean? That's not all they found, though. They started finding broken crowns of the crowns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were arranged all in a circle, like like, I don't want to say witchcraft, but very like, like very demonic scene. You know what I'm saying? And what they really, really were just dumbfounded with was handmade dolls that were perfectly lined up that she made with all the missing contestants' names.
Oh, wow.
It's some scary shit, bro. You know what I mean? And after putting all this stuff together, obviously that's enough to put this girl away, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what they did was they ended up arresting her and sentencing her. And it's funny because the weird part, a few years later, in 1959, Mattel? Yeah. They ended up launching a beautiful, blonde, elegant doll. Hence, the name was Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they capitalized on it. It's weird, right? That's a weird story, huh?
Yeah.
Cause it was funny because you know how Margot Robbie has that new Barbie movie. I never saw it, but it was on literally the other day. I was like, and I saw a little bit. I was like, oh, okay, this is weird.
Yeah.
And then like, I saw someone like they were doing a story on Barbara Miller, and I was like, who is that? The same person? And I read about it, and I was like, oh shit. I didn't know that there was like that Barbie was based off like a murder.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like 10 murders at that.
I know.
I was like, damn, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, definitely.
That shit tripped me out, bro. I was like, damn. I don't know why. So this is the funny part. Why didn't they make a movie out of this? This is something I would have made a movie out of. Like, bro, I would have watched this.
We should do it.
Huh?
We should do it.
I wish, man. It's always been on one of my lists of things to do because I'm going to accomplish everything I have to do in life.
We'll make it.
I thought,
do it, bro.
No, what I'm saying, I thought I was going to be able to be I still have time, but I'm supposed to be the murderer in a scary movie.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be the murderer. One of my friends who I thought was going to make it in Hollywood didn't make it. He ended up coming back to the Bay because he was just doing indie films,
Gotcha.
But I thought for sure he was going to make it. I would be like, bro, you got to put me on to be the murderer in a scary movie. That's all. It's just a part of one of the things on my list.
Yeah.
Like, I got you, But this type of, like, I don't know why no one has picked up on this and made a movie.
So I'm saying,
I really don't.
We'll make you the murderer of this movie.
I can't be Barbara Miller. We have to find some beautiful blonde woman, female, and she has to be the murderer in the movie.
We don't have to base it exactly the way that it was played.
Of course we do. That's the whole point. It's based on a true story. That's what people watch.
I understand that, but we're gonna put, like, every movie that's ever based on a true story. It's never, like, if you ask any of those actors, they're always like, yeah it was probably like 70% true. So we can.
Of course.
We can always add some shit, and what we're going to do is we're going to add you as the person that's murdering these other contestants, because I don't think that it was Barbie that actually murdered the contestants.
So you don't think? So you think she had an accomplice?
She had an accomplice for sure,
AKA me.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey man, I like where your head is going with this.
Exactly.
What a winner, bro! Watch, dude. If we see this goddamn movie and it's by Warner Brothers, Universal, or something, this shit is fucking. Yeah. We earn this right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, that's a hella good twist.
If somebody else makes this after we already talked about it,
that's what I mean.
We suing.
We are suing them because this is our film.
Exactly.
I like this film, dude, and I like the twist.
That's what I'm saying.
Barbie ends up bringing the contestants, and I fucking I like this.
You get them done.
I like this, and I'm helping her out. And I'm helping her out because she's winning.
Exactly, and we're gonna make sure that all the contestants, they're all blondes.
Oh my god. You know the even better part about this story? She can't get caught for anything. Why? Because she's not doing any killing.
Yeah. Exactly.
So she ends up going scot-free. No one knows who I am.
Yeah, exactly.
What a winning plot, dude. Man, you were smart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, brother. So we got to do something like that, you know. It could be low budget in the beginning until we can remake it into something nicer later. But
It's very, very brilliant. It's
we got to
very
do something
brilliant.
like that, man.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it, bro.
I'll
I
be
like it.
I'll be the cop trying to figure out the case.
Hey, that's even better. That's
You know
perfect,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Yep. That's perfect. I mean, I think that'd be a great, great movie plot right there, man.
Exactly.
But I had no idea this was like Barbie was based on a real person. I had no idea.
Me either.
I was like, no way. And at that, a girl who was killing.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? Think about that. All these girls grow up and they play with Barbies. Think about that.
I know.
You know what I mean? Or what if they knew the true story?
I mean, and I mean, if we were to make a movie out of this, I would bring this to like a really deep level where I'm talking about Barbie was part of the whole, you know, the whole clique, you know, the whole, you know what I'm talking about, the Illuminati.
No, I don't know.
The Illuminati clique.
Oh, could be. But I mean, I wouldn't go as far as the Illuminati. I'd be more on the witchcraft then, because she made the handmade dolls.
Well, that's the only reason why I said Illuminati is because I associate Illuminati with witchcraft. You know that they do stuff.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
I'll take that.
That's why I'm saying it'll be like she was.
Got it.
That's why they would always let her win and all this other stuff.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah. So we can make
I'll take it.
Exciting for sure.
Sounds like a great movie.
So yeah, let's.
Sounds like something I would watch.
That's what I'm saying. So guys, shout out to all the 39 people watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And you heard it here first. With your guys' support, later on we will make a movie, and we just kind of.
We are making a movie. We will asterisk this episode, and it's going to be that plot.
Exactly.
Believe me, this is the plot.
So we're gonna do that for you guys.
This is the plot. Okay.
You guys, Average Day Joes. You guys hearing it here first, man. Love it.
Creation. This is the creation right here.
Exactly.
You know, it'll be easy. I bet you I could cast anyone to play in this movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
It'd be easy for me. Very easy. Especially with the script and everything. It'll be excellent. Excellent script.
Easily. It'll be good, man. It'll be good. We gotta we're gonna, you know what I mean? Anything like we're the ones that always preach, whatever you want in life, you just gotta bring it into like, you know, into your mind and into fruition, and then it will become something, you know. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. And we're gonna show the Average Day Joes exactly what we talk about and we preach anyway. So that's going to be like a great little double sequence, you know, show thing, because we're literally going to be doing something that we're always preaching, you know, just making stuff come into fruition.
I'm telling you, man, I can see what's going to happen with this. This is going to be a good one, man.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, it really is going to be like, like I said, I already have books in the making.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to be released until later, but this is good. This is some good stuff, man. Definitely. You know what I mean? This is next level stuff, man.
Exactly. All we got to do, I'm not going to say over the, you know, I'm not going to say live like what we got to do, because obviously everything is a little bit different, but I kind of have a gist of what we would have to do to get to that point anyway, so it'll be good. Excuse me.
Bless you. You okay over there, man? Come on. This is supposed to be our show, bro. Yep. This is supposed to be our movie. Man, this is for me. This is my chance to be the murderer in a scary movie.
And I'm just letting you know.
This is supposed to be the murderer in a scary movie.
And I'm just letting you know, we got Stacy Lawson from X saying, "I'm in, Jay. You didn't tell me you had a show."
I didn't. My bad. I haven't let everyone know that I have a show yet. Like, when we're streaming on every platform, everyone I know will know that I have a show.
Yeah. It
will be posted on all my other social medias. This is a fact.
Yeah. So yeah.
Big ups and thank you, respect. And I'm sure you found out from one of the other homegirls I know for sure. That's a fact. I already know. So that makes a lot of sense. Sorry though. That's my fault. I should be more vocal that I have a show. So thank you for the support. But trust me, this movie is going to be winning.
Yeah.
Trust me, this movie is going to be winning.
Now we're going to have to recruit a Barbie.
That is not a problem at all. That is not a problem. It's quite, I don't find that's pretty easy. Pretty easy to find a cashier. I know this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, if we need to go to Australia, I'm down for that too.
Dude. Australia, huh? You funny, bro. That's hella funny. That's awesome. No, we got plenty. America. It could be America, Australia, anywhere. Europe, Russia.
The only reason I said Australia because our boy,
Margot Robbie.
That too, but our boy Carl just came back to the United States from Australia. He was
He was in Australia?
Yeah, so he was all around Asia, touring Asia, and then his last stop was Australia.
And he went to Australia too?
Yeah, he went to Australia. And he told me he'd never seen so many blondes as he did in Australia. He's like, dude, Australia is like the blonde capital of the world.
I didn't know.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
I had no idea.
And
I had no idea.
And I mean, you get the gist of it because of what's her name?
Barbie.
Margot Robbie, yeah.
Oh, Margot Robbie. I thought you meant Barbie. I was like,
which she played Barbie anyway. She played Barbie.
Yeah, she did. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
So
it makes perfect sense. I believe you. I've never been to Australia, so
exactly.
Every now and then I'll get guests from Australia.
Yeah, definitely.
They're cool. They're cool peoples.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like that though. What part did he hit?
He said Sydney and Melbourne.
Sydney and Melbourne. Okay, so those are really mainstream. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's cool. So, damn, he went all around that side of the world then.
Exactly.
That's a trip.
Yeah, I mean that was him and his wife's dream, so they did it. That's good.
So they did. They just went like all around.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean that's when you're able to do something like that for like 7-8 months out of the year, like as long as they did it, that's a whole life in its own. You know what I mean? Like a whole life.
Of course.
And stuff. So that's really cool.
So what did they just said we'll just find a place to live when we get back.
Exactly. They're trying to get an apartment. Now they're looking at. I think they're about to get an apartment in Burlingame, so that's cool.
Oh, in Burlingame? Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, right next to my job.
That's kind of funny, actually.
Yeah. So
they just put their stuff in like a pod, or a self-storage.
Yeah, self-storage. Yeah.
Smart. That's cool. Yeah, man. You gotta, like I said, man. It's important to do things like see the world and stuff. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like seeing the world is I believe, very important, man. Like that's I know I have to see the world. I've had too many chances back in the day.
Yeah.
And I didn't take them up. That's my own fault. Now I have so much responsibility. It's hard.
I know. And I kept trying to get you to go to Poland with me. Every time I went to Poland, I was like, bro.
That's my fault. Dude, I will be. I'm setting moves up to where I'm going to have I'll be able to. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
But I'll be able to see the world in increments. I can't do it all at one time like that.
Exactly.
I have too much responsibility, but that's what I mean. I'm setting myself up to where I'll still be way young enough to see everything and go out and really do it,
Definitely.
And I'll be able to do it my level, you know what I mean? Hey, I'll hop in a private jet. I'll meet you out there. Okay, cool, for sure.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So making those type of moves.
What are you saying, Jay? I can't hop into your private plane with you?
Oh, no. I'm saying.
Okay.
No, of course. No, I'm just saying, like, if you happen to be there. No, I'm saying if you happen to already be out there, because I know you head out there a lot. You got family out there. I'm saying,
If it comes down to that, I'd rather just wait and we can both go on your private jet, bro. Why fly, on the
and I agree with you, man. That's what I mean. Just if you gotta have the goals and aspire, and I can't wait. I'm really excited.
If you need me to chip in for gas, I got you, brother.
Oh yeah, that honestly, because that's the expensive part.
Exactly.
It really is, man. That's the expensive part of that stuff, man.
Yeah.
People don't think about those type of things, but that is the expensive part.
I do. I think about it. So
that's what I mean. That shit is expensive. Yeah, man.
Well, that is our conspiracy of the day. And I'm gonna let Jay. I'm gonna let you do your final words of wisdom before I give the Average Day Joe's community the surprise, because then you might not be focused. So I want you to focus on your final words of wisdom first.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well. It's easy. Mine's an easy one today because of just how I live every day, man. I wake up and I'm blessed. I love waking up and I love being just zen. I wake up and it's always quiet. I'm like, what's going on? Like I made my life a blessing, and then I look up, my dog's like looking me in the face, it's a blessing, you know what I mean? But like, so, I run little errands here and there during the day, not too much, but my thing is about, I don't know if you ever seen the quote, but there's 86,400 seconds in a day.
Uh-huh.
Why am I going to let someone's negative 1,000 seconds ruin the rest of my 85,400 remaining seconds of the day? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of negative people out there, bro, who are just prone to test me because of my positivity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have positive vibes. That's like the perks of vibrating on a higher frequency than the average person.
Exactly.
So I'm kind of used to this by now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm definitely the CEO of my own life. We all are. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We can hire, fire, promote, demote. You know, you can have who you want in your life. It's your own life.
Yep.
You know, and no one can tell you otherwise. So those are my words for the day.
Right.
That's a fact. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Blessings.
Very nice said. Very nice said. And to kind of just end off on what Jay said and just, you know, kind of play it like what he just said. Yeah, you're definitely every day is a blessing, no matter what's going on. Remember, you know, just opening your eyes today means you still have a purpose. So we got to stay grateful. We got to stay blessed, you know. And also, you know, your frequency attracts your reality. So, you know, if you're staying at a higher vibration and you're gonna be watching the blessings roll in. And that's like, look at me and Jay. We literally just came up with a whole movie plot for a movie, and this is just blessings for us because we are both connected and we're at a higher vibration. We're not saying we're higher than anybody else, but we're just on our own vibration that's higher. So we're in tune to be able to do things like that together, you know, and that's just a beautiful thing to have, you know.
Agreed.
So yeah, that being said, it is Fuck It Friday, so I am gonna play you guys a little clip that I found that I wanted to play for you guys. Shout out to the 47 people watching. Before I end the show, yeah, let me give you your surprise, and don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share if you like what we're doing for you guys, because we definitely love to give you this alpha. And just before we go, or maybe I'll say the very last things at the end. But yeah, here's the clip for you guys. All right. Since we were already talking about Jay, this is how in sync we are, bro. You were already talking about this actress before I was even going to play this clip. This is not something I picked as you were telling me about her.
Really?
Yeah, this is something I just about to do it because I wanted to do it for fucking Fridays. For
boy.
For that.
Oh boy.
So here we go. Here we go.
Yep.
Good morning, Daddy. Where's my kiss?
Sweet. Hey, sweetheart. Does Daddy get a kiss from both of his little girls, huh?
Oh, no. No, Daddy doesn't even get to touch Mommy for a very, very, very long time.
Daddy's really sorry about what he said in the other room. He didn't mean any of it.
Daddy shouldn't waste his time. And from now on, it's gonna be nothing but short skirts around the house. And you know something else, Daddy? Mommy is just so sick and tired of wearing panties.
Yeah?
Yeah. In fact, she's decided to throw them all away. So take a good look, Daddy. You're gonna be seeing an awful lot of this around the house.
Oh, baby. Yeah, Mommy. Yeah.
But no touching.
Oh, gosh. Ow.
What's wrong, Daddy?
Baby. God.
Look at this shit.
Okay. Mommy likes to play games with Daddy. Mommy, have you ever noticed anything odd about Mr. Fuzzy Bear over there? His eyes seem to be a little bit odd, don't they? Yeah, there's something a little bit different about his eyes. Yes, I think it's true. Say hi, Mommy. Say hi to Rocco and Rocco. Say hi. Hi, fellas. See that, huh?
Of all the fucking days, she chooses today to give me blue balls.
Oh man.
Classic.
Top 5 movie all time.
Exactly.
Top 5.
Exactly.
That's one I could watch that movie every day. and not even just for those reasons.
I know.
For hustle reasons, man.
Oh yeah.
That every time I watch that movie, it's like money just comes to me. I love that movie.
I know.
It doesn't get much better than that movie.
It was kind of funny because me and my manager at Subaru, we were talking about that movie today too. You know, that's why I got the idea. Yeah, it was just crazy.
Wolf of Wall Street. Why?
Because I got that one sale and I was trying to show him how I like try to upsell the guy and how I even got him in, even though he didn't have insurance. Just everything that went down today with me, and you know that transaction I had, it was yeah, man. I just kind of was like, hey, have you ever watched Wolf of Wall Street? Because my manager was like, oh, you know, not everybody has this. This is something like you either got it or you don't. And I'm like, oh, like he's on my vibe, you know, when it comes to that stuff. So I'm like, yeah, did you ever watch Wolf of Wall Street? He's like, oh yeah, I love that movie. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm like, yeah, bro, one of my favorite movies. I know exactly what you're talking about. You know,
it really is, man.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, that is our fucking Friday segment of the fucking.
That
Friday.
was excellent. Excellent.
That's why I wanted you to do your words of wisdom first. I didn't want you to like not.
No, I would have been all messed up after that.
Exactly.
I would have my whole words of wisdom would have been like.
It would have been much different.
Yep. Yeah. It would have been like, yep. Yeah. Yeah. So that's perfect. Dude. Excellent idea.
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, that is it for us. Don't forget, Saturday we will have a short with Chef with Jeff. He's going to be cooking something good. Do you already know what you're going to be cooking for?
I don't. I'm not sure. I want to. You know, I always showcase something different each week. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll think about it tonight, and then
Okay.
I'll cook it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly which way I want to go with food.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So check out, guys, tomorrow. We'll be having a Chef of Jeff episode. He's going to cook up something really good for you. Hold on.
Are you there?
Okay. Yeah, I'm there now. For some reason,
that was weird. I was like,
yeah. By Sunday, make sure to check out. We're gonna have a segment of me and my wife date with Kate, and we show you guys around California, Bay Area in particular, but California if we can go somewhere else. It might be like more of a nighttime thing because I do work until 7 p.m. now, so it might be more of like a little nighttime, but it's definitely staying more brighter outside now, longer, so we might still be able to catch some of that night or some of the daytime in the night. All right, guys. Well, that is it for us. Thank you so much. We will see you guys back here live Monday at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. And thank you so much. We love you. Shout out to the 50 people that are watching us. We will see you back here then. Peace out, guys.